against the Bills. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team. Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Come on, let's go, Ohio! Ohio!
They'll go again to McCoy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I'm often struck when I watch LaShawn McCoy play, how often you just watch him, and you can almost get mesmerized by his style, and then, boom, there's another 20-plus yard run. It's amazing how he pulls it off.
Yeah, his former second-round pick out of Pittsburgh, still doing it in the league at a very, very high level. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go!
Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets take possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. 2nd down following the incompletion. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do...
And now the rookie's free. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high 5 or 2 for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football, comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Here we go. What? 90. Ohio. Flex round.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked.
Well,
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This give is to McCoy. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And the defense for New York.
Muhammad Wilkerson is one of the most versatile defensive linemen in the league. You can play him at any spot and expect big-time production.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Taylor. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now Manziel sliding out of the pocket. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
And he fires one incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
Here's Manziel, eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Manziel. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 21, and it's 1st down, New York. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And the man who helped Florida State to a national title in 2013, Devontae Freeman, reeling off a nice run.
I remember when he came out of school, when I was evaluating him for the NFL draft, I loved a lot of his game. Run it, catch it, block. But I loved how hard he played. He played every play as if it were his last, and that ran him to the Pro Bowl after the 2015 NFL season.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And give him credit. That's a good, solid gain there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will make it 6-0. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, it told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Left side here, caught by Clay. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. 1 man on the backfield. That's McCoy. Taylor now off the bootleg. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
One receiver right, that's Brown. On 3rd down, Taylor. And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way.
offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down following the run.
Let's go! Blue landed! Blue landed!
On play action, they'll throw. And Anderson's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now Manziel. That one complete to Anderson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on the defensive back because if you get in...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Time to step aside. Back to Buffalo after this. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Here's Manziel. On the move to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
1 man on the backfield. That's McCoy. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jets have recovered. And New York set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Let's go!
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
To throw is Taylor, and that is incomplete here. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. Third down here. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They go play action now, Taylor. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Manziel. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Anunua's got it, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Peake's got it over the middle. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Catanzero's kick is right through. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now Manziel looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for the Jets. 51 yards.
That was good coverage that was defeated by someone who just wanted the ball more, and it resulted in a big gain downfield.
Here's Manziel. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be a New York first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darryl Worley, the rookie, picked it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up take over at their own 45-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Play clock winding down. Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1. Couldn't get the ball. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over at their own 20. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the score.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. First and 10, it's Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, Devontae Freeman just gets better and better every time I see him. I remember him coming out of Florida State, could do a little bit of everything. And I love the intensity he played the game with. But catching the ball in the backfield, I think this is the one aspect that he's added that's really upped his game.
And a little under the radar. He caught 63 balls in 2015, second most in the NFC.
Boy, does that make him dependable and trustworthy. Quarterbacks love a guy like that.
Got an open man. It's a noon one. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Manziel swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So he's got another field goal, his fourth now of the game, and he's making it look easy out there.
Yeah, he kind of has that vibe about him, doesn't he, Brandon? You get the sense when he comes out there, he just says, don't worry, guys, I got this. And 4 times now, he has.
And now out come the Bills. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Again, we'll see the pistol here. After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
That is right. Here we go. Ohio.
Now Taylor. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. A long way to go for the offense here on third down. They go play action now. Taylor. Left side here. Caught by Clay. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done. We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out now come the Jets. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they've wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Second and just 1.
Watch tight end. Hey. We got three.
Here's Manziel. Peek's got it over the middle. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And a first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. 1 man in the backfield, that's McCoy. 3rd and 2, now Taylor. Open man is Holmes. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Another pistol look here. Now Taylor will turn and call a timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap.